It's always an awesome time to have you join us on your news and current affairs program, Politics Today, that comes live simultaneously on independent television and radio. And looking at the build-up to the EDO Guba 2024, where we saw political parties throwing up candidates at very, very viral and agile level. A whole lot has been said concerning reactions from the people, from political watchers, experts, on how the polity is going ahead. Looking at the political parties, we heard, we saw, and we were able to experience what transpired, at the various primaries. We look at the PDP, the People's Democratic Party, Edo State chapter, where a businessman, Aswe Igodalo, was thrown up as a candidate of the party, although we're still having issues regarding a parallel primary that was held somewhere, and that threw up the candidate who is the deputy governor of Edo State, Comrade Philip Shaibu. Well, we don't know how that is going to pan out. But while we were also watching, we also saw and experienced an opportunity to have the All Progressives Congress, which had an inconclusive primary some days back, and they were able to come up with a political party candidate in the person of Monday Okpebolo. And looking at that, Monday Okpebolo got a huge victory over the 11 aspirants that also ran with him, having figures of over 10,000 votes in his credit. And again, the former president of NBA, Olumide Akpata, also came up with that victory, as a candidate of the Labour Party Edo State chapter. So you agree with me that the race, Edo State election coming for 21st September 2024 is going to be stiff. Who will the cap fit? Who goes to Osadebe Avenue? The die has been cast. My name is Philip Omo Gupon. Well, from my immediate left, I have a political analyst, Honorable Destiny Inabulele. Thanks for joining.
My pleasure. Nice to be here.
And next is
viewers.
And next is a seasoned legal practitioner, erudite at that, and he is Sonny Daudu. Thanks for coming, Sonny.
Thank you very much.
And of course, we have the erudite and articulate Reverend Leo Olu-Martins. He's a human rights activist. Thanks for coming.
Thank you. Good morning to our listeners and viewers simultaneously.
All right. Well, while I was doing the opening, I chose to use the phrase, the die has been cast. I don't know what your thoughts are like, because in the build-up to the emergence of candidates at the various political parties, there were intrigues and suspense, most especially even the aspect where some parties were throwing up, candidates at various levels, as if it was like throwing wheat out to the people to just grab. So we have the situation like in the All Progressive Congress, where we had 3 candidates, but somehow they were able to conclude it. So what are your thoughts alongside even the PDP that also threw up 2 candidates that we're still having issues with today, and also the Labour Party?
Let me quickly correct one impression. I think it is very erroneous.
Okay.
There's no other candidate in PDP.
Okay.
And there has never been a parallel or factional candidate. We must situate it appropriately.
Okay, the primary data went on that.
Yes, because if you look at
came to the media, what was it?
If you look at what happened in PDP, PDP is an organic party that you can't take away. It's a leadership party. We have set the pace for other political parties to follow. I'm happy that Sonny Duke, he was with us throughout, from the beginning to the end of the primaries.
To monitor it.
To monitor the event. No, not even to monitor. He emceed the program. That's to tell you, when we had the 2 serving governors, the one of Zamfara and that of Delta State, and national delegations, electoral delegations, to preside over who becomes the flag bearer of our party. I don't know the one you are talking about, the factional. For me, I can't say who participated. The officials that presided over that factional. That I can't say. Unlike that of the APC, where the state hierarchy and some, perhaps the electoral officer, national electoral officer, that is meant to announce Okpebolo, and that of, with utmost humility and simplicity, the leadership whose reign in APC now becoming toxic, and that of the Edo people. Its own, cooked up some we were able to whip some national, followers.
Yeah.
And that of, with humility again, the Supreme Court governor announced that of the factional. And the evening of it, we were surprised to have another third candidate in APC. Unlike that of the PDP. PDP is a leadership party. We have set the pace for others to follow.
You are trying to make a comparative.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. Look at it.
But they say the end justifies the means.
Exactly.
Looking at what APC later became, in terms of the conclusive primaries that was conducted, it's true of just a candidate.
You see, let's be very sincere. Because PDP has set the pace, so we have set the example. That will not become of them that look. If a party cannot, ordinary internal party mechanism, a primary is an internal thing.
So you say that
they took a cue from PDP. If you see the build up to PDP primary, it was seamless, it was organic, and it was based on professional, political ideology. That is what we've seen. If you see the person that is flying the flag bearer of the PDP, as we speak very just now, the person of Dr. Aso Igodalo, is a man, is a gentleman. I will leave it at that, because, as you rightly said, the die is cast. As a verse of votes, you begin to see some of us coming up, bringing out some things from our arsenal, because now it's not between PDP, APC, and Labour. And you saw what happened with Labour again. As we speak very just now, I think I saw online the Apapa-led faction. They have already submitted the flag bearer of Labour Party. And again, you have our brother from this other side, Akpata, with due respect to him. So for us, the only party, as we speak very just now in Edo State, PDP, and go around the nooks and crannies of Edo State. Let me again draw your attention. Before now, the Edo Central over time has been marginalized, and the city governor, in his wisdom, is a man that believes in fairness, justice, and equity. Met with party faithfuls, and they agreed that it's now the time to take it to Edo Central. If you go to Edo Central now, the people are saying, if you cannot accept the messenger, look at the message, and the message is Aso Igodalo. The message is fairness, justice, and equity.
Okay, let's see how developments unfold. Good to know that we have a good start.
Definitely.
Head start.
We'll see.
Even though there are spurious reasons to look at issues on the other side that seems to look like a parallel primary.
See, I beg to disagree.
Let's settle that.
There's a saying that it is the way you make your bed, that's the way you will lie on it. Our bed has been perfectly, and be rest assured. But there were issues about how the delegate list was formed. No, see, I think we are getting it wrong. I participated from the betting of this exercise till I was the secretary of the subcommittee of the primaries. So for us, it has been seamless. We exhausted every angle that need to be. We consulted. It's not as if one person sat down and wrote a list. I participated in the delegate congresses in my local government. I voted.
Okay.
In that delegate election.
You participated.
Yes.
How do we tackle the allegations that even some voters came, some delegates came, to cast their vote, and they were chased out?
Where precisely?
Security agents.
Is it at the delegate elections or at the 22nd election? Which?
At the delegate.
No. There was like where I participated in Ovia Southwest, there was never anything like that. Even some of the delegates stepped down. You see, it was based on who you know. You see, politics, what's in politics? It is money and time and your popularity. See, politics starts with the people and ends with the people. Prior to that delegates elections, you will agree, and I believe that my senior brother here will equally agree with me, that Aso Igodalo visited the 192 wards that make up the political entity of Edo State. That you can't take away.
Are you trying to say that the dust have been settled?
Yeah, it's not yet to you. No, I'm not very frank.
Because you may mention the fact that it's not in parallel.
No, it is politics.
Not in parallel.
It's one thing that is paramount.
If you are ignoring that, it would be like you are ignoring the storm in the
No. I'm a very practical person. That even in your house, even in the family of husband, wife, and two kids, There are bound to be some crisis when certain policies enacted by the husband or by the wife is not.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, but for us, we know for sure that there are pockets of here and there, and we definitely, as I hardly said, PDP is a leadership party. Okay. PDP is an organic party, not a convolution or an association of straight bedfellows. Okay, let's swing the pendulum leftwards, and I basically believe that as the pendulum comes back to you, you could be seeing some troubles maybe in process of trying to answer reactions that may be coming. You made mention of some statements as in the APC taking a cue from the PDP, and all that happened in the APC aren't happening or didn't happen in the PDP. Looking at the negative trend. No, you are aware. How do you react to that, Sonny Daudu?
Well, thank you very much. You see, the earliest we understand the political situations in our state, the better for us. It will be difficult to submit that there are no issues with any political party as it were. But let me look at the issues the way they are. The APC did their primary first, and there were issues with it. 3 candidates emerged. 1 declared himself winner. 2 were announced by different persons. But the APC never said there were no problems. What did they do? They quickly had an emergency meeting, National Working Committee emergency meeting, to resolve the issues and call all the worried parties that they need to be rescheduling quickly to have a transparent system that would be acceptable to all worried parties or all worried factions of the party. And that was quickly done. That is to show a political party that is proactive to issue concerning its members and the conduct of its primary. As I speak with you, my friend, all the parties. I'm sorry to interject. When you say no, it's misleading the public. When you say proactive, I don't defend proactive. He has a proactive. I understand. I did not provide you when you were talking. No, when you told me, I said when you were going to you, I need to quickly interject. You were not controverted when I had the opportunity to controvert. No, because I was communicating the right thing to the public. You think I could not interpret it? I saw you nodding your head. That will tell you were in tune with what I was saying. Okay, it will come back to you. Let him finish. You know, this is a forum where you allow people to speak and speak from their perspective of issues before the state. It's our state. And what I'm saying in essence is that the party is a proactive party, the APC. They call the warring parties and reschedule a primary elections. Can that be said to be a lie? And a person emerged. I don't know what you mean by proactive. Proactive is an issue. If you say proactive, it means that there shouldn't have been any issue. No. Because you would have dealt with the issue. No, it's not possible. It's not possible. You see? So what the party did, they reacted. No, what happened? It's proactiveness. Otherwise, if it is reactive, there would have still be issue being discussed now. Okay. Now, what I'm saying in essence is that there is no way we are struggling for political position in a political party. There are bound to be different interests. To get a different, and that's what happened. A political party where 12 persons bought a form, you think it will just be a seamless situation. That cannot be correct. In politics, in Nigeria, it is not correct. But the interests now have been harmonized by a transparent system that was acceptable to all the parties. And as I speak to you, all the candidates that contested in the election have written, not just merely communicating congratulatory messages, they have written down congratulatory messages to the person who now won the rescheduled primary elections. And you say that is not a proactive decisions taken by a party who believes that it has what it takes to govern the state? That cannot be said. Now, let me also say here, it will be throwing the baby with the bathwater to say that Comrade Philip Shaibu, Right Honorable Comrade Philip Shaibu, is not an integral part of PDP. It cannot be said as it stands in the Edo state. But you are in. Now, no. I want to harmonize all the issues. Now we can come back to that. No, let me harmonize the issues. Okay. Let me harmonize the issues because this issue affecting the state. But I'm not seeing you as being in the right perspective. No. The issues are. You are not in the party. No, the issues are public domain. They are public domain. And if I'm speaking as analyzing the political situation in the state, I shouldn't be restricted. All right. To the political situations in the state.
Now, the party primaries threw up 2 candidates. You can't throw that away. Whether or not it was rightly done or wrongly done is a subject of internal mechanisms of the party to be resolved. If it is not resolved, a party where the current deputy governor was declared winner with 301 votes, where the other one scored 7 votes, and another primary was conducted where another scored 577 votes, and the other scored 1 vote, and you are saying it's not to the public domain that I can communicate on. But these are issues that are thrown up. It is now left for the PDP as a party to call the warring parties and resolve the issue. You cannot say that there is no issue in the party, or the party did throw up 2 candidates. Right. There are 2 candidates, but it can be addressed because the APC threw up 3 candidates. It has been addressed. You cannot say there are no issues with that situation. All right. So
no, before you go, let me quickly go. Before my senior, before you call, let me quickly
whatever you have to say, it will come back to you.
No, I'm expected that you take note of what you want to react to. I'm an active participant. I think this guy, see, you don't need to don't misconstrue me. I have never said that the deputy governor is not an integral part of the party. What I said that regarding his emergence or factional what you call, according to you, is a nullity.
Okay, thank you.
Because you look at the personalities.
Thank you. You've established
that presided over the. No, again, he said that
you've established that.
Even as at yesterday evening,
the floor is not yours yet.
The FY winner of APC protested as at yesterday evening.
All right.
I don't think whether he's aware of that.
Okay, thank you. Why you just watch, don't forget it's politics today. I did say it comes with a whole lot of intrigues and suspense, and why we had Destiny Nabulele, a political analyst, analyzing all of this alongside this seasoned legal practitioner, Sonny Daudu. We had the erudite and articulate Reverend Leo Martins on his quiet form. But can we disturb that quiet form a little bit? How do you react to what has been said so far? Because we keep hearing parallel primaries, parallel candidates. Can we take that away? Because looking at the statement as alleged, that if the deputy governor is not emerging as the political party candidate of the PDP, there's no way the PDP will win the election in Edo State. How do you react to that?
Thank you. At some point in time, I was almost thinking that I should not have been a part of this discussion. Maybe we should have left it to Destiny Nabulele and my brother here, who constantly were at each other's jugular.
This is where you come in to settle the quarrel, if there will be.
Yes, yes. But let me quickly say that it is important that we situate issues. It's mass media. That's what this is. What it means is that there are a mass of people who are listening to us. Some are listening to us purely for education. Some people don't know what is happening.
Exactly.
It is from this floor that the things that we're saying, they will be educated. So it is important that we properly educate them.
Yeah.
Because naturally, the media likes bad news. It's all over the world. You like controversial news. So it is the media that is giving the traction to what happened.
When you say media likes bad news, I don't get it. But are you trying to say that the media quickly reacts and treats bad news?
No, the media...
Because when there is anything that wants to unsettle a chamber, it's expected to treat it and tackle it. And that's where the media comes in to tackle issues about what may be threatening the existence of the polity.
All over the world, sir. Bad news travels faster than good news. Yes. All over the world.
You can say that, but not exactly saying that the media likes bad news.
No. I mean, it is the media that carries the information. It's the media that media likes sensationalism. Yes. Because it is the media that is giving traction.
It's the responsibility of the media to educate.
Yes, that's what I mean. So to inform.
And in the process of informing,
that you can
also say the bad story. As it emanates.
Thank God I have used the word education. So can we educate now?
Yes.
So that people out there can know what is happening. The APC had a direct primaries. The immediate concomitant of that is that everybody who is in APC, especially the due payers, will come in to vote. So it is expected that in a contestation of that magnitude, there will be several interests. It's not going to be easy for them. Even though the APC has a lot of explaining to do, because they have set the record as having had the longest primaries in the history of Nigeria. The longest primaries. All right, and if a primary of a political party can take that, much of the time, then we begin to ask ourselves, didn't the party have machinery? Why did all of these things? Why did you throw up 3 people in the first instance? To now say, because you can't go from answer to question, to now say that we have resolved the issues. We must deal with the things that transpired. How did it get to that level? But then again, that is really the headache of the APC. I've said it before. I am an interested party. The more problem APC has, I said it 2 weeks ago, the better for those of us who are interested in other persons. But let me quickly educate. The PDP had an indirect primary, a delegate election. Who are delegates? For those who are listening, the education is important. So that the media can also better interrogate the process. Who are delegates? Delegates are people who are voted for by the general party members. It's not like their general parties went to vote, but general party members voted 3 persons per ward. At 192 wards, we had about 576 persons. These are the people who will now engage in the primary, who will now vote, who becomes the candidate of the party. If you are not any of those 3 guys that were elected in the ward, you can't participate in the primaries. Yep. Because what the media should be asking is, and thank God that my brother is, as we call it, an erudite legal practitioner. Thank God he knows the processes. He knows the law. Because he can't now be saying that what Philip Shaibu did, I didn't want to comment on. He didn't deserve my commentary. All I saw, it was a charade. I mean, I'm just asking myself, have we become so berserk in this country that we don't know our left from our right, especially for when you hold the office as His Excellency? Because what he did is in violation, it's a disrespect for rules, it's a disrespect for process, it's a disrespect for the party, and it's a disrespect to the Constitution and the Constitution of Nigeria. What is the Banana Republic? Then you now take 300 people from where? Who are they? And then you gather them at that in your home, not supervised by INEC. Security people were not there. National officers were not there. And then you come out and say, look, this is not a jungle. And that's what I'm saying, that the media should interrogate it. It's not because it's education. The question you should be asking is, was INEC there? Who are those guys? They were not delegates of a political party. I expect that PDP will sanction the deputy governor for disrespecting its institutions. And for me, as an individual, I'm embarrassed that a deputy governor who knows the processes, can act like that. If I was a member of the House of Assembly, that action in itself is an embarrassment to the state, and it's an impeachable offense. For me, we are intelligent in Edo State. So that outside they're not looking at us and say, how can they do like that? Look at what happened to the Honorable Obeide Hama. Honorably he opted out of the process, stepped down his ambition. Look at Jofel, Felix Akabwe. That is how decent.
Don't forget, he also gave his displeasure anyways.
No, that's fine. It's normal. In a democracy, the majority will have their way, the minority will have their say. So he's allowed to express his displeasure. That's why they say you have substantially, thank God he is here. They don't say you are fully, they say you have substantially complied to the electoral law. The word is substantial. It's not 100%. No. There must be skirmishes, here and there. But I found that activity embarrassing. It's not Nance. This is not Nance election. Because in Nance election, when the deputy governor himself was president, Ewole Badmus declared himself as president of Nance. So there was a factional. This is not student union. We have graduated. You must engage. I have argued before. I did the deputy, if I were him, I would throw the line of Iola Omishore. I will throw the line of Volusegun Mimiko. What did Iola Omishore do? Deputy governor to Ogunola, what did he do? The guy went and took the ticket of the SDP. It's okay, I leave the party for you. When I took the ticket, and it made an impact. You remember there was a runoff, and there was a runoff at the end of the day. The runoff was at its own end. Look at what Mimiko did. When Mimiko thought that his party was not going to give Labour, PDP was going, he moved to Labour Party and picked the ticket of Labour Party, and he won the election. So if you want to test your popularity, you don't play the role of a spoiler. You pick your support team, you go to a different political party, and then you exercise your franchise, you advertise yourself, you engage the public. Look, when you check how much people will vote here, we still have less than 40% of people who vote in an election. In other words, there are 60% of people that can be activated by another individual.
Thank you, Leo.
I'm embarrassed by that action.
Thank you, Leo.
You have the floor just a few seconds. Well, it's expected that you react to all of this, and the number will be right on the screen for our viewers to participate quickly by pouring your calls at us, and most especially ensure that you are civil in your presentation. We still have issues surrounding what Reverend Olumartin said. Now, he boldly said whatever the deputy governor did was even an impeachable offense. And I don't think that has a whole lot to trouble the waters. But we're looking at the challenges facing your party. We're looking at challenges facing the PDP. Now, comparatively with that of the APC and the Labour Party, some have said that, well, looking at what has transpired so far since Nigeria had an uninterrupted democratic rule, the APC has never done anything for us as a people. Some have said so, not me. The PDP has not offered anything. We've always had backward movement, you know. And there is a strong party coming up, like you also identified, in the Labour Party. Now, don't you see this, if the differences within the party, PDP, it's not settled, just as the APC has settled its differences by coming with a candidate without even having any shadow of parallel elsewhere. Don't you see the party PDP be threatened by not being able to pull strong in the election?
Well, let me first of all appreciate you and the management of ITV for this opportunity once more. I think my senior brother, Martins, has situated the situation appropriately. You see, the issues with delegates elections, they bought forms. Hence, they have the legal right to contest. They threw themselves out that, yes, I want to be a delegate from this ward. And they went ahead, they procured forms. Hence, they were viable to contest. And people voted for them. The card-carrying members or dues payers voted for those delegates. And a week later or thereabout, we had a national delegate, one per each local government, that participated in that elections. Hence, the total about 580 something, if I'm not mistaken. So for us, as you rightly said, that His Excellency, the Deputy Governor, is parading that he had a factional primaries. Who participated in that election? And that as alleged that even the delegates that were to vote were chased out. No, there was nothing like that. Well, it's allowed in politics. That's why I said that. Because one thing I've realized, I've never really been in politics. From 2017 till now, I have realized that one of the intrigues in politics is lies. A someone told me that, look, I will lie in your head. No, let me use it in the local palace. The way let me quote it in verbatim. Say, look, Destiny, I will lie for your head before you know they don't break. Like raising the propaganda. Yes. So for me, it's normal. For us. So, as rightly said, PDP is a very proactive party. It's a leadership party. And I know for sure. As I rightly said? Yes. It's you said it. You concur with me when I said it. It's a very proactive. It's a proactive party. So because I never remember saying that in whatever, no. And because when I was you concur. I can see the smile from your face, meaning that you concur with me. So we have a lawyer here that will help us to situate it. What I'm taking to court for saying that. What I'm saying is this: PDP, we have set the pace for other political parties to follow. Two things you can't take away from this exercise. One, we have set the pace in terms of how to do party primaries. Okay. And two, PDP again has believed in fairness, justice, and equity by taking the governorship's position to Edo Central, who over time they have been marginalized. Hence, the APC, now it's okay, let's toe the line of the PDP. Okay. We are their big brothers. Well, it's a no fact that the PDP, as I rightly said, is an organic party.
Okay.
We believe in fairness, justice, and equity.
Thank you. Well, it's politics today, and I know you are itching closely to calling us, but we're going to be taking a short break, after which we get the reactions of Sonny Daudu on the issues on the ground. Do stay with us. Don't you go away. Yeah, so wonderful to stay with us on politics today, and we're going to be taking your reactions as you get to call us on the number that will be writing on the screen. As soon as I get the number on the screen, I will be verbalizing it for our listeners on independent radio to also send in their reactions. Well, let's get your thoughts on this, because we are looking towards having a free, fair election. Now we've had the primaries. What is the next stage? Sonny Daudu.
Well, let me look at the issue of equity, justice, and fairness, and the control of the political mechanisms in the state. It is recorded that the APC controls 2 senatorial districts as we speak, Edo North and Edo Central. They have senators for Edo North, senator for Edo Central. And the Labour Party have the senator representing Edo South senatorial districts. Now, the PDP and the APC have, as we speak, if we have to go by his argument that there are no parallel primaries, is that they have a candidate from Edo Central and a candidate from Edo North until it is resolved. It is only the APC as we speak that have a strong candidate in Edo Central. Now, the strong candidate.
This is not the time to.
Let me look at you so that you appreciate
show strength.
No, no.
But let's quickly take. I think somebody is calling us. Let's get your reactions. Please call us and let's get to know what you have to say. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Philip. Good morning, Philip.
All right, good to have you join us. Your name and location, please.
This is Sonny Daudu.
Okay. Please go ahead with your contributions on this. Good to have you here.
Thank you very much, Mr. Philip. I'd like to say that I appreciate your guests, just like they started with the issue and I was able to look at the various intrigues and that I'll be playing in. I think that let me start with from where he stopped, forward a little bit. I think that the various political parties really handled their issue very well. Because I have said before that let's look at the Chinese model. Let's look at what is playing in South Africa. Party is bigger than his party, and the party must be seen not to be taking side with anyone. Problem started from the reaction of the party that was not sweet enough. Well, got to this level. But first of all, look at, I think I had a discussion with Honorable Destiny. I was asking my view. I said, for the purpose of equity, justice and fairness, I think we should go to Edo Central. And in doing that, that was why I had problem with the APC. I said that if you want to zone to the Central, do not allow anybody to buy from any other zone. That they didn't do. That maybe they were going to have a government house in Edo Central, government house in Edo North. But I'm glad they retract the step. Come back to Edo Central that they should have done. What they need to do right now is to ensure that they don't have a repeat of that, so that they will not make caricature of the whole process. I think that we need a dosage forward. That everybody is carried along to plead with them. The party has not even been different from the whole process, because right now there are the all manner of issues and all that. That was the party that people were going to depend on. But right now they have brought us back to where we are. So I think that we must do everything possible to save our state, because the suffering is too much. How can we leverage on your capacity and what you can deliver? Not what the limiting called can all you get and get all you can. That's Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Sonny Daudu from Airport Road, for adding your voice to this. Well, over to you.
Now, my argument is that as we speak, which I have leveraged on, the APC control 2 senatorial districts in Edo State. Now, the issue of fairness and equity, justice and fair play was also a factor that was considered in ensuring that Edo Central has the candidate. So that has been dealt with by both parties, the APC and PDP, subject to minor qualification in respect of PDP, until they resolve the issues of the deputy governor being a candidate. But as we speak, the central has been considered by the APC.
Okay, but you are a legal practitioner.
I'm looking at the issues.
Just like what they said.
Yes.
You know, where it was, as they said, it wasn't even monitored by.
Yeah, but it is resolved.
And,
you know, it's issue
all that should have given some face of value, you know, of credibility.
If it is not challenged, sir,
it was not seen.
Let me tell you, sir.
How do you react to that?
If it is not challenged, if it's not challenged, if it is not resolved, they will have 2 candidates. It doesn't matter whether it's the only one who participated. That's what the law says. You could remember when Adam Oshowole was removed by his ward in a Edo State Government House. He said the people that remove him are not even 2/3 of the people who can even remove him, and that the ward executive cannot remove him. He didn't challenge it. Because you didn't challenge it, you acquiesce. These issues that are thrown up, let them leave it unaddressed.
Okay,
let them go to
let's take another call. Let's take another call while the pendulum swing to Reverend Olu Martins. Good morning, caller. Go ahead with your contribution. Good morning, caller. Tell us your name and location quickly. Just in case, hold. Just in case, for those calling us via independent radio, the number is 0807 777 and 03. Go ahead with your contributions.
I'm advocate. I'm calling from Igweben.
Advocate from Igweben. Go ahead with your articulation.
Well, the girls are trying. Some of them are very economical with the truth. How can somebody claim that the governor is a candidate? That is a mere fallacy. I've seen that. It's a mere charade. There's nowhere that can happen anywhere in the world. But the only thing I agree that all the political parties have managed so much better than as it is, or as it were. But however, kudos to CP and especially Obaseki, because he was the first to zero his mind on Edo Central. Yeah. It's why we from this side of the state, we are very happy and very, very much happy with him. If this is what he has only done, the only legacy he has left behind, God will be with him.
Amen.
Equity, justice. That is the only way we can survive and we can have a sustainable democracy. It's not just believe only one side will continue to dominate. There can never be peace.
Thank you, Advocate. You have articulated the point. Big thanks, Advocate. Okay, just in case you are trying to call our listeners from independent radio, the number to call is 0807 777 0300. 0807 777 0300. Good morning, caller. We have another call. Please pour your call at us. Let's get your contributions in this.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome. What's your name and location?
My name is Macaulay. I'm calling from Benin.
Okay, Macaulay, go ahead quickly.
I just want to first of all appreciate the erudite persons that you have in your studio, the likes of Reverend Martins and Dr. Sonny and one other person there, which I don't know his name, and ITV and the like. Let me go straight to my point. My point is the fact that the governorship has been centralized to essence. In my own view, I do not agree with it. So, just like you said, it is the turn of essence. The turn of essence. That is what is ending up in the Nigeria of today, where the current president said it is turn, and today we are facing hardship. So party has done by giving Olumide Akpata, let it slide the ticket, whoever the cap fits. Because if we toe the line by saying, turn, by John, let us look at him having the merit. If we have the point of the person.
Well, thank you, Macaulay. I think we have issues, some distortions on that call. Well,
let me round up so that let me just round up.
Okay, in 1 minute.
In 1 minute, less than 1 minute. You see, the issue that the parties zone their party to is not correct. Both central districts, the 3 central districts brought ticket. Edo South brought ticket. You have Obede Hama, the Gabriela Obenedo brought ticket from Edo South. Edo Central, Igodaro brought ticket to my knowledge.
So it was not zoned?
It was not zoned. After Esena and others bought ticket. In Edo North, Shaibu bought ticket. How we say that the ticket was zoned? They bought tickets from the 3 central districts. So also in APC, APC also bought tickets across the 3 central districts.
But it was encouraged.
Even in APC, it was encouraged.
It was encouraged
that it should go to Edo Central. That was the reason why.
Just as it was encouraged.
Yes, just as it was encouraged in PDP.
Okay.
All of them. If you look at the state executive committee of the APC, they argued that it should be zoned to Central. A vast majority of the people of APC also agree that it should be zoned to Central. Issue of credibility. There are no areas where there are no credible candidates.
Thank you.
The Central, you have credible candidates.
I think my friend here.
Let's give respect to Thank you very much. Again, is that I don't like to correct a legal practitioner, but it was Lord Denning that said that you can't put something on nothing and expect it to stand. There's nothing to be addressed. By Wednesday, the full organs of the party will be issuing a certificate of return to Aswe Godalo. The party will forward Aswe Godalo's name to it's not an independent party system.
So do you say that will settle the report?
It will fade out by itself. Let me tell you a joke. Two friends were arguing. One said, I have a Toyota Sicilia. I said, no, it's a Celica. I said, no, it's a Sicilia. I said, that's fine. You have the name, I have the car. So if the deputy governor wants to move around with the toga that's fine. All right. The beauty of it is that wherever he is, he will still be campaigning for PDP. So I don't want us to give it credit. He hasn't done anything that warrants. If at all anything, he's the one that will want to go to court to assert, himself. There's nothing, there's nothing to settle. Yes, I listened to Aswe Godalo.
So you don't see that as a threat?
No, I listened to Aswe Godalo, and Aswe Godalo said, you know what, the party will handle it. On the issue of Labour Party, I'm a member of Labour Party, but I'm firstly an Ishaman. And anywhere I am, in fact, we are planning to give the governor the Otamwata one of his alarm. He was the first person to say, over 2 years ago, that the courage to say, look, it is the turn of Edo Central. And everybody, told that line. So like somebody, the last caller said, we owe him that, if not only that credibility to say, look, Oga, we hail you for your courage for insisting on justice, equity, and fair play. Because I'm an Isam man, Jero was the one that said, I'm a prophet by birth and by inclination.
So sentiments are
no, I have forgiven APC. I have forgiven APC. Their sins were many, but because they threw up my brother, all their sins are now forgiven. Can you say they go and sin no more? Because whether we like it or not, what will happen to Labour Party?
But do you see it as a two-horse race?
It's a two-horse race because the sentiments
makes you think so?
The sentiments are high. Look at what happened during the general election. What gave Peter Obi the traction was, first of all, is from the southern part of Nigeria. But more importantly, like the other people are talking, he comes from that southeast that was most marginalized. You can't take sentiment away from politics. And the preponderance of opinion, whether by sentiment, by opinion poll, is the fact that these things should be zoned to Edo, Central. The two major parties have zoned it to Edo Central. Is Labour Party not going to give an Edo Central man deputy, government? Would that be the interest? So clearly is that Olumide Akpata will make a mark. He will contribute to the debate, but in terms of the real arguments on ground, he's not going to make much of an impact. Labour Party missed it in that regard. Labour Party missed it in that regard. Those of us who are members of the Labour Party, we would always go with the ASA agenda. Because like Awolowo was said, first of all, think as a Yoruba man. In this case, I'm first of all thinking, quote and unquote, as an ASAM. It's about self-preservation. Okay, for me,
in 30 seconds, all the way. I'm giving the guests 30 seconds each to round off on their statement so far on this segment. Over to you.
Well, thank you very much. Let me quickly remind my brother what Henry Peters once said. He said, you can forgive a child who is scared of the dark, but the one that is more catastrophic, if you're an adult, to be scared of daytime. Yeah. He has said so many things. I think he just be economical with the truth. For me, I'm very objective. PDP as a party is the party to beat, because the leadership of the party, as we speak very just now, is the governor of the state.
Okay, you speak like you have the machinery to make things work. Don't you want to believe that the people will decide that?
Definitely
Or are you trying to impose?
See, the foundation.
I expect you to throw that
Definitely. See,
and to humbly resign from using strength at the party level.
No. See, the foundation of any process matters a lot. And we have laid a solid foundation. And the people are aware.
But it's not Uhuru yet.
No, I said it earlier. I said it's not yet Uhuru. But we have made a very solid foundation where every other thing will come up and we will succeed.
Amen.
So for us, as a party, we know the strength. Well, I said it earlier. I said the election start with the people and end with the people.
Okay.
So we are very conscious of it. That is why we are very conscious, and whatever we are doing,
we
sample the opinion of the people before we take decision.
We will also succeed as a people.
Definitely.
We will also see.
Definitely.
Irrespective of the political parties that you all get.
No.
And even if it gets to the other party outside the two horse race that you're talking about, we will also see it as victory for all.
Yes.
Because it's about what the other people like, who the other people want to be in the office.
Yes, the success of the people depends on the party in shadow of leadership. Okay. As we speak very just now, look at this country. We don't know where we are going. We are. How can the president just come out and say subsidy is gone?
Okay, we say that on.
I'm coming. Because of what you said. Because the party, the party shadow of leadership.
Thank you.
Determines the pace of which
the time given to you. Okay, let's get your round-off statement on this.
It is clear that the people will determine the elections. But I can tell you categorically, the ASA people that I know will align themselves with the national government. They will not remain in opposition because they have the choice now.
What did you say? The ASAM people?
The ASAM people have been given the opportunity.
When you say the ASAM people that you know,
yes,
is Edo State comprising just ASAM people?
No, I mean the ASAM people now are the one producing the candidates. Meaning that the ASAM people will toe the line.
See, the people of Edo State. I think speaking in this fashion.
I'm sorry. The people of Edo State.
It's not the ASAM people that will decide.
The people of Edo State. We will not want situations where we will remain opposition to government. The people of Edo State will align with the national government so that we can have easy access. We will not. We will shun issues of pasting posters and say this is federal government who will bear with us.
Okay.
We are going to have situations where if we have problem with the national government, we have straight access.
Thank you.
To the national government.
Sorry, sir. Let me balance it. It's also
30 seconds.
It's important because when you said that the APC has 2 members of the National Assembly, there's a balance of power. PDP has 15 members in the House of Assembly.
That's not correct.
No, PDP has 15 members.
Not now, not as we speak.
Well, 14 members in the House of Assembly.
14, yes, correct.
But 14, what is a quorum?
14.
What is a quorum?
A quorum is 16.
So
a quorum is 16.
But if you need to pass it, what do you need? It's a simple majority.
Okay,
no,
a
quorum is 16.
Sorry, sir.
Thank you.
Let me quickly say, because I need to answer that.
I don't even want to go to the history.
Sorry, you don't have interjecting me. Which federal government, sir? The one that I have now instructed that firewood should be used to cook my food. They should make me stand up. We're hungry everywhere.
Big thanks, Sonny.
With national government.
As you can see, there's so much we can take. Big thanks to Macaulay. Big thanks to Sonny Agadosa, and big thanks to Advocate for taking our time to pour your calls at us. I am Philip Omogupon. We do this same time next week. Bye.